Hey guys, how's it going? It's a pregame show. Wednesday, 10 games on. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot of injuries to catch up on, starting lineups to look at, dribble games to play, so many different things that we've got to do. We'll start off with just a nice, easy transition. I feel like a Peloton instructor. Just transition to a nice, easy dribble game to start things off. Hey guys, any of you on Peloton? I've restarted riding my Peloton, which I only got not that long ago. I'm really, getting a bit into it now, getting my trying to get my fitness up. So yeah. Maybe you'll see me on Peloton. Probably not. Who knows? Holy shit, look at this one. This dribble game. Tim Hardaway to Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway to Tim Hardaway Jr. Who the hell has... So Tim Hardaway Jr. played with the Hawks, the Knicks, the Mavs. How does that connect? Who connected? Wow. I have no idea. Who connected that one? Jason Kidd. Maybe. Let's try it. No, he didn't, because he didn't play with senior. Okay. Did he play with? Where did he play with in New York? He played with junior, didn't he? Jason. Who is? Ooh, far out. McGrady. Did McGrady play? No, he didn't play with senior. Who we got on this one? Dirk? Did Dirk play with senior? When did Tim Hardaway Sr. play for Dallas? Greg Ostertag? I don't know if that's a legit guess, but we'll put it in. No, not Greg Ostertag. Taj Gibson never played with Tim Hardaway Sr. I feel confident in that. Vince Carter. Yes. I think so. No! What? Wow. Who is this? We've got two guesses left. Someone in New York. Joakim Noah was there at that time. It's not him, obviously. Who was just hanging at Kurt Thomas? Oh, so Kurt Thomas played with Tim Hardaway. So one less. Who can we connect Kurt Thomas to Tim Hardaway Jr.? Bulls player Derrick Rose. Did he ever play with? I don't think he ever played with Tim Hardaway Jr. Joakim Noah. Did Joakim Noah? Joakim Noah. Yes. Who was it? Dirk. It was Dirk. Wow, Dirk did play with Tim Hardaway Sr. Apologies to the bloke who said it was, or the guys who said it was Dirk. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't type Dirk in. Well done. Well done to you guys. I should have stuck with you guys on that one. Let's have a look at the lineup page now. We've got 10 games on. No lineups confirmed just yet. Welcome, everyone. We'll go through where we're sitting with current injury statuses. First game, no DeRozan, no Dragic, no Derek Jones. No Daniel Tice, but Miles Turner's back. So Isaiah Jackson should be the backup center, but Caruso's playing. Should be a good role for him in Chicago. Cody Martin is out. Kelly Oubre is out. Terry Rozier is out. So Dennis Smith's going to start. We love the stream option there. Trey Jones is out for the Spurs, as is Langford and Roby. So Devontae Graham, Malachi Branham with big boosts. Also, Keita Bates-Diop and Charlie Bassey. The Bulls are starting Dosunmu Caruso. Caruso starting for DeRozan. Dosunmu Caruso, Levine, Williams, Vooch. That is that lineup. What else do we have? Rubio's out for the Cavs, as is Osman, but Danny Green's available. Joel Embiid is still questionable. I think he'll play. Johnny Collins is still questionable for the Hawks. Hunter is playing. RJ Barrett is playing. Seth Curry is back for the Nets. Tyler Hero and Oladipo and Lowry are out, but Duncan Robinson returns. The Celtics, man, I don't know what the hell to make of this. Jaylen Brown is out. Jason Tatum, they told us he wasn't going to play this game like a week ago. He's playing. I can't figure that out. Derek White, who didn't travel with the team last night because he couldn't hear out of his ear, has a perforated eardrum, traveled today, and is going to play. So always remember this. People love, the NBA players are soft. They never play. They take a day off for everything. Derek White didn't travel with the team, traveling on game day with a perforated eardrum in a plane, is going to play. All right, so just always remember that. There's always two sides of things when people talk about stuff. Muscala is out, no surprise there. I don't know. Marcus Smart's back. Jason Tatum's in. Derek White's in. Robert Williams is out after. So what was the point of yesterday with Rob Williams? Benching him and playing him 13 minutes so he sits the back-to-back. What was the point of any of that? Far out. James Wiseman's playing for the Pistons. Kevin Porter's out for the Rockets. Rudy Gay is out. Westbrook's out. Markkanen is questionable. Ooh, that's iffy. What else? We're getting a bunch of lineups coming in as well. I'm just going to keep going through these injuries. Tim Hardaway's out. Justin Holiday's probably available. Kyrie is now questionable. I don't think Kyrie is going to play. Christian Wood is questionable with an illness. Aaron Gordon's questionable still. Jamal Murray is questionable. I don't think there's any way Jamal plays. Reggie Jackson has signed but not available. LeBron is questionable. I think he's going to play. Larry Nance and CJ McCollum are both questionable. Anthony Davis is probable. Far out. There's a lot to digest today. It's a weird day before the All-Star break. Lineups have come through. So what have we got? TJ McConnell is starting over Andrew Nembhard. Okay. McConnell, Halliburton, Heald, Neesmith, Turner. Ridiculous lineup, ridiculous coach. Add McConnell. Add him. I don't know if it's going to last. I don't think it's going to last. Add him. You've got to add him. All right, you're getting the live scoop here. The Spurs are starting Branham at point guard. Keldon Johnson, Keita Bates-Diop, Sohan, and Collins. So not Devontae Graham. Pat Connaughton's out tomorrow. Portis out tomorrow. Crowder's out tomorrow. What else do we have? Far out. Just bang, 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 bang. TJ McConnell is starting. I'm just going to tweet this out as well. Starting over Nembhard. Worth a grab. That's a good tweet. There you go. You guys are getting live reactions as I tweet stuff out. People are going to say, should I drop what the replies to this tweet, and some of you will be tweeting it, should I drop X for McConnell? That's always going to happen. Whew. Hello, everybody. Is Norman Powell must roster? I think he sort of is. I probably would have him for now. I didn't talk about Zach Collins at all on today's ad drop show. I think I've talked about him plenty. I don't know if I definitely talked about him in the streaming show. He is a must roster player, yes. Or I think his range is top 100. He's a must roster player to me. I've said that for a long time. How many minutes for Wiseman? I think like 18 to 20. Puppy, that seems about right. The people that need to sit end up playing, and the people that should play sit. It does happen often that way. It's pretty weird the way they do. Is Westbrook worth holding even if not IL eligible? I don't think so. Was Westbrook good enough when he was playing? In a category league, no. And if he goes to the Clippers, he's going to be dreadful. If he goes to the Bulls, he'll put up numbers. They'll be dreadful, but he will put up numbers. It's very hard for me to look at him as a must roster. But again, everything's context dependent. If you're sitting comfortably in the playoffs, then you can probably deal with it. If you're not, then getting zeros for who knows how long. Sohan or Graham for tonight? For tonight, Graham. For long term, Sohan. What do we do with quickly in a 10-10 points league? Drop him. Why would you hold him in a shallow league that's a points league when his minutes are very much not guaranteed at all? What is my Tobias Harris sounder from? It's from Big Mouth.
I think I am a TH.
T to the H.
Yeah, TH for life.
John Collins is playing. There you go. So that'll move the depressed penis to the bench, would be my guess. That McConnell one, that has thrown me for a loop. Very strange stuff. The Hornets are starting Ball, Smith, Hayward, Washington, Williams. So we've got that confirmed as well. So the first 4 games, all lineups confirmed. So what really are we waiting on here? What statuses are we waiting on? Embiid, John Collins is confirmed. We know that. Markkanen, Kyrie, Christian Wood, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, LeBron, McCollum, and Nance. Some pretty big names there. Some important names as well. Is Suggs a hold in a 14 team? Yeah, yes, in a 14, yes. Why would you drop him after a performance yesterday? Any concerns with Rozier's injury? No problem at all. Will I know you in here? What are you talking about? What does that mean? Matty Smith says, with Wiseman playing, what would you need to see from a rotation standpoint to be concerned about Duran's rest of season value? If he plays 25 minutes with no foul trouble, then I'll be worried. Who do I think the worst coach in the NBA is? It's Steven Silas, very clearly. Then it's Dwayne Casey. They're the top 2. And then, is Clifford a bad coach? I don't know. He's an okay, he's below average. Is Jason Kidd a good coach? No, but he's not the worst. Those 2, Silas and Casey, are the worst 2 coaches, I think, pretty comfortably. Is Anthony Simons a drop? My playoff start in 2 weeks? No, because we have absolutely no idea about his injury. Wait till you get a result. And the fact is that if you drop him now, he's not playing a game. they're not playing tomorrow. Then they don't play again until like the following Thursday or Friday. So you're going to get plenty of time to wait on that. Absolutely, you don't drop him. Duran starting over Wiseman? Why wouldn't he? Of course, yeah, he is. We don't. I mean, they haven't confirmed their lineup, but yeah, I think people need to understand that Wiseman is actually bad. He might become good. It's 3 years in and he hasn't been. He is actually bad at this point. Any concerns with Simons? Yeah, I am worried about it. I am worried about Simons' injury. It looked bad, and I think he'll probably miss 3 weeks. But to go back to Q Rico's point, don't drop him until we find that out. I don't know that yet. Do I prefer Cam Johnson or Devin Vassell? I prefer Cam Johnson because one of those guys isn't playing, and that is Devin Vassell. And I don't know when he's going to play. I don't think it'll be long after the break, but I also think he'll be pretty limited. Hold Hauser for tonight? Yeah, because Jalen is still out. It depends on my other options are, because Jalen being out, but Marcus Smart return means Smart and White will start next to Tatum. But then who starts at the 4? Oh, Grant Williams probably. Yeah, I think he could be a hold BG, but his value is going to drop off Sam Hauser. Any chance Wiseman starts? Zero today. Today there's zero. Why do people love this guy? 0% chance. 0.01% chance that Wiseman starts today. Do I think Killian will get the starting spot back for good soon? He already has it back. I can't tell you whether he's got it for the rest of the season, but he is starting. Ham is bad. I wouldn't put him in the top half of teams, of coaches. So yeah, he's not that good. Did you already speak on the Cat update? Not really. What was the update? That he's still probably 3-4 weeks away. So coming back at some point in March. And much like with the Zion situation, like if you don't have injured reserve or you're battling for the playoffs, you can't hold through that long. I believe we've got an expectation or an expected return date for Cat. Let me have a look. Of like the 10th of March. Yeah. It's not ideal, obviously. Just checking if any other lineup news has come out. Nothing else that I've seen. Here's a quote that sometimes, like, this is why trying to predict this stuff, fantasy, is pretty tough. Because, like, all logic would tell you that this makes no sense. Marcus Smart said that he wanted to play tonight instead of waiting until after the break to find some rhythm so he can hit the ground running and not limping after the break. Marcus, playing one game, sitting eight days after that, doesn't give you rhythm. It gives you nothing. So basically, you're restarting yourself again after the break. So if you're actually not ready to go, playing this one game here, one game, doesn't give you rhythm. The logic there doesn't add up at all. It doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, I guess the thing is that playing the one game here for Smart means that if he does get soreness, he's got a week to recover from it. But yeah, the rhythm thing, it's pretty weird. NBA players, man. Okay. Donovan Mitchell or Halliburton on Draft Stars tonight? Let me have a look. I'll take Halliburton, actually. I'll take Halliburton there. Just going through what other stuff I can see here. Top streams for today. There's going to be a few of them, I'm guessing. Let me bring up my list. Dennis Smith, probably the number one stream, I would say. Yeah, I'm not going to count Zach Collins and Mark Williams because they should be rostered, but if they're available, you add them. Alex Crusoe's a strong stream today. TJ McConnell's a great stream today. Patrick Williams, Josh Green, Xavier Tillman, Devontae Graham. There's enough stream options there for you, I reckon. That'll give you some pretty good value. What's the pod schedule over the All-Star break going to look like? I don't know, Mark. I don't know how much I'm going to do. I think I need to have a break myself. This, not including pre-game shows, the What to Watch For show that I did today was the 480th episode since the NBA draft. So it's been busy. So I've pumped out a lot of shows. So I think I'm probably going to have 3 or 4 days off. I wouldn't expect stuff at the start of next week, but I don't know yet. Do I think Kevin Porter will return after the All-Star break? Haven't seen any updates. There hasn't been any updates. I think he will return. When that'll be, I'm not sure. I think it's always a good target to have, first week back after the All-Star break, and that's what I'd be banking on. What do I think causes non-injury slumps and hot streaks? Mate, if I knew the answer to that, I'd be an absolute millionaire, because then you'd be able to figure out what it is and correct it. Nobody knows. Stuff just happens. A lot of it's a mental component. A lot of it's defensive stuff. Some of it is, honestly, as much as we don't want to ascribe this to the reasons, like, it's randomness and luck. Sometimes it just happens. But a lot of it's confidence, mental, randomness, and luck. Why did I tweet that we need to grab McConnell? Because he is starting today, and I have no idea whether he starts rest of season. But if he does start rest of season, if you don't grab him today, you will miss out. This is a very simple fantasy 101 thing that I think is really important to know. I have no idea whether this is a one-game situation for McConnell at all. No idea. But you can't wait. It was much like when situations happen. Hey, Mark Williams got the backup role over Nick Richards. I was all right, let's have a look. Let's grab. Let's see what happens. If Plumlee gets traded, there's big numbers coming, right? That's the sort of idea you have. Does it pan out? Not always. But you can't be like, well, let's wait and see what happens. Wait after the break. Maybe he starts 3 games. I don't care. The value of McConnell in a 30-minute role is so high that you can't wait on it. It's like saying, but there are some people who might start. Odusumu, I know I shit on him a lot, but if he was like, man, Odusumu's starting, should we grab him now? Like, no, because I don't care. Because his value is it's not high. Like, even if he was to start and he started all season and played 30 minutes a night, he wouldn't be a guy that if I missed out, I would regret it. But if McConnell plays 31 minutes a night rest of season, again, likelihood low, but if he does, it's a top 60 player. It's a top 70 player at, like, being really conservative. It might be more than that. You cannot wait to grab him. I hope that makes sense, Dennis. Do rookies usually get better after the All-Star break? Well, Dan, that depends who you ask. Some people will tell you no because they hit the rookie wall. Other people will tell you yes because they've learned how to play. So all in all, it's a toss-up. As a general rule, though, and I know I bash on the rookie wall all the time because it's not real. I bash on it because the majority of players, and I will do an analysis of this on the offseason again with these rookies, the majority of players produce at a higher level after the All-Star break. It's probably like, let's say, made up number. I will look at it more when we do an analysis. I think it's around 65 to 70% of rookies perform better second half versus first half. Usually. Will Ayton fall off hard when the Suns are healthy? He'll fall off. Hard, I don't know. He's going to lose some usage for sure, but the efficiency probably sticks. If I was GM, who would I rather have, LaMelo, Ja, or Shea? Shea. I think Shea. How positive are low minutes for players during a blowout, aka Denny last game with that 15 minutes at the half? I don't. Why is that look? I think what you look at is, did Bradley Beal play low minutes in a blowout? Did Kristaps Porzingis play low minutes? Did Kyle Kuzma play low minutes? And they didn't. So it's not a positive at all. They weren't like, man, we've got to keep Denny healthy, but we'll let Beal and Porzingis go and play 35. Maybe imagine maybe those guys only played 27 minutes tonight. But that's how you get an idea of the impact of blowouts and where, I'm just trying to bring up the box score and how we look at that. So if we look at this, okay, it was a blowout, right? Kuzma played 36 minutes in his first game back after an ankle injury. Beal played 33. Porzingis played 30. So Avdia's 18 minutes is not preserving him because it's a blowout. Hope that makes sense. Since the Suns have a good playoff roster, are we holding Terrence Ross in a 10-10? Absolutely no chance. Under no circumstance would I hold Terrence Ross in a 10 or a 12 or probably a 14-team league. That is, and I don't know if you're just trying to take the piss, but there's no way. Yeah, I see someone's being a real asshole in the chat. Oh, he's going to get banned. That's cool. All right, you're gone. Okay. Should you consider adding McConnell over Killian? I don't mind that, honestly. Why is McConnell starting again? Who knows? Who knows why Rick Carlisle does anything? I don't really understand it at all. It doesn't really make sense to me in any sort of sense, but it's happening, so we adjust to it as it happens. Do I have any hope left for Ben Simmons? I don't actually know. No. Josh, I took an L on the Panda 85's high today. Yeah, I didn't even go for them. But I'm sort of out on Jordan 1s at the moment. I've got a lot of them, but I haven't really been trying to get any Jordan 1s at all lately. I want to cut Clarkson, but I'm not sure how I can place his scoring off the Y. Why do you want to cut him? Like, why? Yeah, why? I would definitely hold him in 10-team leagues. Is Kessler's value dropping because of a Linux return? Nope, not at all. Okay. What else have we got? Just checking more news that's coming through. Larry Markin still a game time decision. The Sixers are listing PJ Tucker and Joel Embiid as both active. Doesn't mean that they'll play. It pretty much does for PJ. But it doesn't mean that Embiid will play. But the good thing is he's not listed inactive, so that's somewhat of a positive there. What toppings do I like on my pizza? I tend to like a lot of different things. My go-to usually is just like, I like having like veggies on there. So I like capsicum on there, like onions, give me salami, ham. I always stack a lot of stuff on my pizza, but I also will happily eat like a pepperoni one, but I like a whole bunch of stuff on there. What's my ranking as a steal specialist? Caruso, Wright, Herb, or Oladipo? Well, it's probably Herb. I just feel more secure in his role. Like, he's probably a 30-minute a night guy. So I'd go Herb, Caruso... No, Herb, Wright, Caruso, Oladipo. Yeah, I don't have any 85 highs either, I don't think. No, because I missed the Georgetown ones. Yeah, I should have gone for... I didn't, though. Memphis just brought 4 players back from the G League. Does that often mean starters will get rested? I saw that. Zaire Williams, Laravia, Roddy, and Lofton. I would have to think that there is a chance of maybe some shenanigans going on. Is Cat a must drop? No, absolutely not. I mean, you can drop him, but he's not a must drop. What additional considerations do you take when planning weekly lock rosters versus daily lock rosters? Well, with weekly lock rosters, they really shouldn't exist. I think I'm in 1 or 2 of those leagues. They're really quite bad. I've got some ideas for a way to sort of mix stuff up for next season for leagues, and I'll talk about that at some point in the off season. Weekly lock, you can't have people who are going to sit back to backs. You can't have guys who are more likely to be missing games. That's one of the main things, or who are relatively inconsistent. That's one of the harder things to do. I don't like weekly leagues though. Okay. Do I play any instruments? I can play. I used to be able to play the guitar a little bit. But that's really it. Jonas says, you mentioned on your podcast the Wizards' minutes are very much uncertain. Do you think the role's solidified now at the deadline? Did I say that? I don't know if I ever thought that they were that like uncertain. I think the roles are pretty solid. Like, it's Beal, Morris, Kuzma, Porzingis, Gafford. Right, they're your starters. Avdia plays 20 or so off the bench. Wright plays 21, 22 off the bench. Kispert plays 18 to 20 off the bench. Nunn is 15 to 20 off the bench. I think it's relatively secure. I expect Vassell comes back. The best availability. When are we doing Time Lord? The best ability is availability. The best ability is ability. What are you doing with Time Lord? Nothing. You're not dropping him. I can't get behind dropping him at all. Do I think Popeye's Louisiana fried chicken would do well in Australia? I do actually, yeah. KFC is massive here in comparison to what it is in the States. So KFC is not that big in America. It's actually really big here. I think Popeyes would do pretty well. Christian Wood or Robert Williams? How patient should we be to them? I'm way more patient with Rob Williams than Christian Wood. And I think Wood will become a drop. I don't think Williams will. What happens to Sexton when Westbrook is active? I don't think Westbrook's playing a single second for the Jazz. So you don't have to worry about that, I don't believe. How worried should you be about Claxton? I'm a little worried. I don't really understand what they're doing with the minutes, but I'm a little worried. If this persists after the All-Star break, then I'll be officially worried. Sell high on Branham with Vassell coming back? If you can. I don't think you'll be able to, but if you can, yeah. Is Wiseman starting today? I don't think so. There's no announcement of the Pistons starters yet, but why? Again, that report that came out, I've re-clarified it 10 times, I reckon. It wasn't that Wiseman was going to start. It was like, if he plays well, they will consider starting him. That was it. Is Denny a must drop? No one's a must drop. There's zero context around this high society. Is he someone who's droppable? Yeah. If you're in a 12-team league, I don't think you need to hold him, but he's not a must drop. That would just depend on who else is available there. With the Pacers out of the playoff picture, do I think Jackson starts getting consistent minutes? No, I don't. I don't think they're going to do that. Why do the Nuggets list Murray questionable every game? It's a really good question. I have no idea, Shapaz, and it's really frustrating. I don't think he plays today, but who knows? Why do I think they're playing Tatum and Smart instead of resting them? I honestly don't know. I don't know what they're doing, especially after they already said that Tatum wasn't going to play in this game. Some of it is the pressure that people say, well, NBA players never play games. Everyone's soft. Load management's killing the league, which, again, is completely overrated. But there's part of it there. I don't understand. Do I buy the report that Nets turned down 4 firsts for Mikal Bridges? It seems ridiculous that they would turn that down, but I've got no reason to doubt the veracity of that report. Any chance Mathurin starts after the All-Star break? Like, sure, but they just haven't really shown any inclination to do that. I would have to suggest that the likelihood is that he doesn't as a regular thing. The Cavs are starting Garland, Mitchell, Okoro, Mobley, and Allen. So that lineup is confirmed there. Has Mark Williams met my expectations for number 1 stash since the deadline? Yes, he has. Do I think Mike Conley will be just as useful or slightly less in 12-team? I think he'll be probably marginally more, but it's not a big difference. Realistically, if we're talking plus minus variance on stuff, he's about the same. I don't think it'll be a big change either way. And that is going to do it for me today. Good to see you guys here. Good to have you guys as part of the show, apart from the arseholes. And I will see you guys next time. Hit a thumbs up, hit a like on the way out, and a subscribe is always a great way to help out the show, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.